American Bandline Canadian Strength Athlete Series. Good day, everyone. From beautiful Summerside, PEI, I'm Steve Besner with professional strength coach, Super Sam Dubé.
Hey, Steve, it's great to be with you in Summerside this year. The people are friendly, the scenery is fantastic, and we've got the 12 strongest men in Atlantic Canada vying for the title of Atlantic Canada's Strongest Man.
Okay, let's start with the lineup. Our first contestant is Steve Wiseman.
A newcomer from St. John's, Newfoundland. This is the CPU Canadian heavyweight powerlifting champion and former bobsledder.
Up next is Chris McRitchie.
One of the lightest men in the contest, Chris hails from Wolfville, Nova Scotia. He came in third at the Maritimes last year, and he's a student.
Also in the lineup, Chris Murray.
Chris has some experience in local competitions. He hails from Moncton, New Brunswick, and he's a warehouse clerk.
Next competitor, Brad Carty.
Watch out for Brad Carty. He's coming 20 pounds heavier. He came in second last year and hails from Woodville, Nova Scotia.
Also competing, Ian Fulham.
Ian, qualified by the skin of his teeth, hails from Moncton, New Brunswick, and he's a former hockey player.
Next competitor, Tim Pinio.
The massive Tim Pinio hails from Canning, Nova Scotia, and is a self-admitted middle-of-the-pack man.
And here's Grant Connors.
Grant is massive, hails from Kentville, Nova Scotia. He's only been training 2 years, and he's a security guard.
Up next, the colorful Jason Mosher.
I eat, I sleep, I train, I believe in me, says Jason. He's a real character, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
And here's wrestler Peter Smith.
The largest man in the contest hails from DF New Brunswick, also known as Kingman or Brody Steele.
Next up, Al Wright.
Al Wright's a former professional hockey player with the Philadelphia Flyers. He's currently a probation officer in PEI.
And here's Marcel Arsenault.
Marcel is a veteran of this contest, hails from Charlottetown, has played junior hockey and soccer as well.
And our final contestant, Shane Murphy.
Ageless Shane Murphy, four-time Atlantic Canada's Strongest Man from Brentwood, Nova Scotia, the defending champ.
And our referee, the master, Mark Lozon.
The only IFSA certified ref in North America.
And we have a great crowd today. They're ready for action.
My message to the fellow competitors is just to train hard and go hard, and I'm going to be breathing down your neck.
I might not be the biggest, boys, but I am a force to reckon with. And whether you like it or not, I'm coming up there.
I'm new, I'm raw, but don't count me out. This is my debut, and I'm here to surprise some people.
I'm Peter Smith. Stay tuned. The battle begins right after the break, right here on TSN.
You'd better listen to him. The Battle Royale begins when we come back on TSN.
The greatest competition here today is the defending champion, Shane Murphy. No question about it.
It's going to be a tough competition this year. Probably the toughest competition ever.
Okay, Sam, the boys are ready for an epic battle. We start with event number 1, the Atlas Stone.
These aren't marbles. These stones range in weight from 242 to 386 pounds on 50-inch platforms. They've got 75 seconds to complete the course.
And first up is Shane Murphy.
Shane Murphy's a very good stone lifter. He's actually coming a little lighter this year. He's down about 30 pounds or so from his weight of 315.
He's certainly looking in good shape, and he got those first 2 stones up quickly.
Here comes 308 pounds, 50-inch platform. He's got good technique here. Just needs to extend up a little bit. He's got it.
He's got 3 stones. Great job. The fans spurring him on.
Oh, we got some great spectators here today. We've got about 3,000 people out here near the shore.
Having a little bit of trouble with this 4th one, Sam.
331 pounds. He's got to really squeeze that stone to his chest, roll it onto his thighs, and squeeze and extend up all at the same time.
And he did it. Look at that. Great job. Now he's taking a look at stone number 5.
Here comes the mother of all stones, the big one, the number 5, the 386-pound Atlas stone.
And he's taking a look at the referee, asking for time.
Remember, only a handful of men in the world have lifted the stone to completion in official competition.
He's ready. And the fans are cheering him on.
Got to get right over that stone, keep it close to his body, squeeze up into his chest.
Oh, can't get it off the ground, but 4 stones in a very good 37.28 seconds.
That's an excellent time for the defending champ, Shane Murphy.
Next up, we have Al Wright.
Are you ready?
Al Wright is quite a celebrity in PEI here. He's a very nice man. Had some great conversation with him in the past. Very humble. Played pro hockey.
Wow, he tossed that first one up, and he got the second one up pretty well also.
He's a probation officer.
Well, the pucks in hockey aren't this heavy, but he's certainly handling the stones well.
Arguably the strongest player in the NHL. Wow. Arguably. You could make a good case for that.
I'm sure he scared some opponents in the hockey league, and He's scaring some of his competitors with the stones here.
Good technique here. Look at that. If you can get this first stone, that'll be
Oh, he's got it.
Oh,
he's got it. He goes to stone number 5.
Oh, this is fantastic. The level of competition here in the Maritimes has increased so much in the last couple of years.
He got those 4 stones up very quickly.
All right, he's taking a breather. It's a good thing to do. Slapping the tacky, a combination of rosin and turpentine makes him very, very sticky.
Got to get a good grip on this one to get it up there.
Notice the shirt sleeve clipped up to his shoulders. The more skin you have exposed, the better adhesion to the stone you have.
Come on.
Getting a good grip on it is
He's got it off the ground. Oh, he got it off the ground.
amazing. He cracked that off the
Couldn't
ground.
complete a lift, but look, a great time, 31.75 seconds.
I believe he's new leader.
All right, here's Grant Connors.
He's only been training a couple of years in strongman. Massive upper body. Very strong presser, I hear.
He's ready to go. Races to that first stone. He just bounces it up there.
Through 242 up. Here comes 264. 120 kilos.
No problem for him.
308's up next. Many competitors will wear
No
a belt
time wasted between stones. He's just run on to the next one.
to increase the intra-abdominal pressure, take some of the stress off the spine. Watch him walk up there to the podium with the 4
He's
stone.
got it up there.
Amazing.
Great time for 4 stones.
Wow, I'm really impressed with the caliber of the competitors this year here in the Atlantics.
Getting that
Something
tacky
else.
ready.
They're all getting that 4 stone.
He's attacking this 5th stone.
386, nearly 400 pounds. He's got to get
Bugs
better
it off the
grip on
ground. He's got more time.
Needs to get a better grip on that.
Got just under a minute.
Plenty of time left.
Grant Connors, a security guard, 30 years of age. Got a great future ahead of him in strength athletics if he wants it.
Here he goes.
Notice the forearm guards. Those are allowed. Gives him better adhesion to the stone. Got to pull it up.
Oh, he's
Look
got
at
it
that.
up. Oh, great job. He's got it up.
Now he's got to get closer to the podium, pull it to his chest. Got to get a little higher up on his chest.
Oh,
Very
this is impressive. Wow. 24.08 seconds, though, for 4 stones. That's a great time, Sam.
Now watch the technique here. He's got to get a little bit higher, got to squeeze the stone a little bit more. I'm really impressed with this effort here. Oh, not a good grip on that stone, but it's only a matter of time.
Grant, that was absolutely amazing. I mean, you basically came out of nowhere and made a really, really decent attempt at that 5th stone.
Yeah, I would have liked to really got that. It's quite slippery. Yeah, maybe another day.
Well, he did pretty well today, and here's Peter Smith.
Look at the mass of Peter Smith. Just look at, wow, look at the brute power.
Yeah, he puts the first one up pretty easy, Sam.
If he works a bit on his technique, nothing's going to stop this guy. Watch this. He just heaves it up there, extends up. Now he's 6'6", so that's going to help a little bit here with the 50-inch podiums.
Looks like he's using a lot of upper body in that lift.
He is. He's strong all over enough. You notice his shoulders are incredibly muscled. Very strong in the shoulders.
There's 3 stones. Lumbers his way to the next one.
He's toured Europe and Africa in his role as a professional wrestler. I'll go on record right now as saying pro wrestlers put their bodies through absolute hell. They're very, very underrated as athletes.
He's certainly in great shape.
Let's hear for Peter Smith.
Having some trouble with the 4th stone, though, Sam.
Oh, it's a technical problem here, not a strength problem. He's got to get a little closer. He's got to get it higher up on his chest. Got to squat down a bit more, pull it closer into his chest and extend. Even with that
almost.
technique, even with his lack of technique, he came close to getting it. Very
Does 3
impressive.
stones in 24.78 seconds.
Are you ready?
And here's Tim Pinio.
Tim Pinio. It's only about 5'8".
Let's hear for
But look
Tim.
at that, very, very strong.
And the fans are cheering for Tim.
Well done.
264.
What strength.
Slapping that tacky.
Not easy for him. He's not that tall. Hard to get the stones up there,
Doesn't
Sam.
seem to be impeding him in any way here. Tim's a very funny guy.
He pushes it up there.
Well done.
He's got some strength.
Didn't bring his kids to the contest here.
Here he goes for stone number 4.
Here goes 331.
He's looking up for inspiration. He's looking down at the stone.
Get it?
Now, as I mentioned before, previous broadcasts, you need to have long arms, strong back, and having some height really does help in this event.
Cracked it off the ground.
Got to really squeeze that stone. Trying a bit of a sideways
Let's hear it for Tim,
technique. There
folks.
are other strongmen that do that.
Almost got it to his thighs.
Most
He's got it up.
Fister of the U.S.
Oh, he's done well to get it up.
Look at that.
Get it on the podium. Oh, great effort. A great effort
That
for Tim Pinio.
was impressive.
He's saluting the crowd, and the crowd certainly appreciates that effort.
Gives that fifth one a try, dive bombs it, gives a little kick.
After it. He kicks it, but he gets 61.28 seconds for stones.
Watch the technique here. Pulls that stone up to his thighs, squeezes to his chest, and up and on to the podium. Nicely done for a relatively short competitor.
Now, you're only 5 feet 8 inches tall. How did you manage to pop those 3 stones so easily on the platforms and then eventually get the 4th?
Oh, I'm a good 8 inches taller than the platform, so it wasn't too bad.
Anything to say to your kids watching you here today?
Hey, I love you. Be home late tonight. Thanks.
Well, Tim may be short in stature, but he's tall in heart. As we go to Chris McRitchie.
Now, I spoke with Chris earlier. Chris lost quite a significant amount of body weight recently to come in lean and mean. Very fast. Look at that. Just incredibly explosive here.
He's running from stone to stone. He wants a good time here.
Using a lot of erector strength to get that up. Good position there on the halfway mark.
Tosses stone number 3 up.
Here comes stone number 4. He's also using the forearm guards.
331.
He's relatively light, just weighing a little over 100 kilos.
He's got a great time working here. Struggling a bit with the 4th stone.
He's working it well, keeping it high on his thighs, high on his torso, extending up. Look at that.
He gets it up there.
Nice
There it is.
job. Very good
The
technique there.
crowd is appreciative and screaming now.
This young man is extremely intense.
He's going for stone number 5. This is the tough one.
25 pounds. This is fantastic.
This is unheralded here, weighing only 225 and attempting the 386-pound Atlas stone. This is
Come on.
world-class weight.
He got it off the ground a little bit.
He did.
Salutes the crowd. The great time of 36.77 seconds.
I like this guy.
Here comes Brad
We
Carty.
also have it
Now
again. It's a
watch
recent
Brad
excellent stone
Carty. This
lifter.
guy means business. Brad Carty, last year he narrowly missed out on winning the Atlantic Canada's Strongest Man. This year he's 20 pounds heavier. Watch out, Brad Carty is here to stay.
Ready to go.
Now Brad Carty prides himself on his ability in the stone. Let's see what he's got here for us today, Steve.
Oh, these first 2 are nothing for
Here
him.
comes through a very nice technique, very explosive. Look, one motion, he's practically snatching those stones off the
Wow,
ground.
what a time he's putting together here.
Look at 3.8.
He's got this 4th one up easily.
331 just pops right up there, and he even stalled a little bit.
Here he goes.
He's going for number 5.
Oh, he's got it up there. Look at this.
He's got it up. Good position on his
Quickly
chest.
up there.
Just got to
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He did it. Oh, yes. 29.9 seconds for 5.
He joins an elite club here in Canada and in the world. Watch the technique here. He gets it high enough on his torso, extends up, has a good grip, and manages to get it on the edge of the platform and pushes it onto the platform. Well done.
Brad, that was absolutely awesome here. I think you had it on the brain. You wanted to break the world record in the stone lift.
It was hard going, but it was a little slippery because of the weather, but they went up all right.
You think you stand a chance of taking the overall title this year?
I'm going to go for a good run for her, so we'll see.
He's off to a great start as we go to the standings for the Atlas Stones. Carty wins with 5 stones, and he gets 12 points, followed by Connors, Wright, McRitchie, Murphy, and Pinio. Fasten your weight belts when we return for event number 2 after the break right here on TSN.
My fellow competitors, just get a good look at me now, because for the rest of the competition, you'll be seeing me from the back.
Strong words from a strong man. The crowd is ready to go. But first, Strongman Chronicle, a presentation of North American Bandlines Canada. Strongman Chronicle with Eric Murray, Strongman historian.
Canada has a long and rich history in strength, but no one country has had a monopoly on strongmen. In this series, we will profile a few outstanding men of might from around the globe.
Camera, action!
He was called the Dixie Derrick, and one spellbound Russian spectator dubbed him a wonder of nature. Paul Anderson is considered by many strength historians to have been the strongest man ever. Anderson was born on October 17, 1932, in Toccoa, Georgia, and as a young man, he became fascinated with lifting weights. At 5 feet 9 inches and weighing 360 pounds, Anderson was terrifically strong. He could bench press 600 pounds, deadlift 780, press over 400 overhead, and squat 900 pounds for repetitions. Paul was a world weightlifting champion in 1955 and a gold medal winner in the 1956 Olympics. Using his weightlifting fame as a platform, Paul and his wife Glenda established a home for underprivileged children in Vidalia, Georgia. And for the final years of his life, Anderson's strength was devoted to helping his boys. Paul was laid to rest in August of 1994, but his legendary strength lives on.
One of the strongest men in body and in spirit. It's time for event number 2, the tire flip.
Wow, the tire flip here. We've got a tire in excess of 700 pounds. They'll be going in pairs, and the goal is to flip the tire in the length of the course in 75 seconds or less.
Our first matchup has Ian Fulham taking on Al Wright.
Now, the technique here is that they have to push in and up to flip the tire. Very difficult. In fact, the tire flip is being used by many NFL coaches to condition their football teams in the U.S.
Wow, it's a race, and Al Wright has the lead. He's about a flip ahead of Ian Fulham.
Ian is a youngster here at 23 years of age. We've got Al Wright, who is double that age.
Wow, and Al is moving well. Ian's put on a good show, but Al is working hard.
Al is ahead.
Ian's having a tough time with that tire, but he gets it over.
That tire there weighs over 1/3 of a ton.
Wow,
Very difficult to hang on to.
How'd you like to change one of those flats, Sam?
I'll tell you what, Steve, if you can lift the car up and hold it there, I'll change the tire.
Okay, you're on, Sam.
Al Wright moving really well here. It's interesting that we've got 2 hockey players against each other.
Right, and Ian asked for how much time is left. He's certainly struggling, Sam.
And his conditioning level here is suffering.
And there it is. He finishes in 61.81 seconds. Great time for Al.
He's not even breathing heavy.
Still going strong.
Still a little bit of time left for Ian. He finishes, time is up, 17.45 meters for Ian.
Youngest and the oldest.
Next competitors, we have Jason Mosher, and he's taking on Peter Smith.
Are you ready,
Wow,
guys?
Peter Smith here's first time in strongman competition. He's paid his dues in pro wrestling. Jason Mosher is the veteran of strongman competition here.
Could be a good battle here.
Watch the technical differences here. Jason knows how to get down low, push into the tire, and Peter's using brute strength.
He's going for it. And Peter's keeping right up with him.
They're both moving well here. Jason's stature can be an issue here as well. The taller you are, the harder it is to bend over to pick it up, but once you've got it up, you can keep the momentum going and flip it over that much more easily.
And Peter's using that height to full advantage here.
In the flip over, but he's not getting down that low to get the stone off the ground. He's using a lot of erector, using a lot of lower back here. Watch his technique. Wow, he is strong. Very strong in the hands to hang onto the tire that way.
Oh, Peter's got a bit of a lead here over Jason.
Jason's pushing hard. This guy is intense, let me tell you. He's a great role model for the kids out there.
Yeah, the intensity on both of these men is impressive. And 15 seconds left.
Peter's still moving well here. Well ahead of Jason Mosher.
There it is. Time is up. 26.6 meters for Peter.
And Jason showing his obvious affection for the tire.
Jason has expired.
18.93 meters for Jason.
Check out the technical difference here. They both knocked the tire down very well. Peter's so tall, he's not getting down deep enough, but once he gets it up, he can really push it over.
How does this compare with professional wrestling?
It's 10 times more exhausting.
What then is the difference between lifting bodies in the ring and lifting inanimate objects that, well, that are everyday objects but very heavy?
I get paid more to lift bodies.
Are we going to see you again any more strongman competitions, Peter?
As long as my body holds up, I'll do as many as I can.
Well, Peter always tells it like it is. As we go to the next competitors, we have Chris McRitchie taking on Tim Pinio.
Tim on the left.
Two of the smaller competitors at the contest here. Wow, look at McRitchie take off with that tire.
Oh, McRitchie is just picking it up and heaving it over.
Watch the technique of McRitchie when he pushes it over. He really pushes it, lets it slide a little bit on the ground.
Tim Pinio struggling a little bit. How heavy are these tires, Sam?
Well, let's just say that not only is it like flipping your fridge, but your fridge, your stove, and probably the rest of your kitchen combined.
Wow, that is heavy.
Some nice impromptu technique by Tim Pinio here, putting his shoulder into it at the top. Both these, he's caught under the tire.
That's
okay.
gotta hurt, Sam.
Oh, I've seen quads tear under that tire, let me tell you.
I wouldn't want to be under that tire.
Seems to be okay. Wow, he just bounces back. What a tough kid.
He's a gamer, that's for sure.
Tim Pinio still going strong. Both of them doing very well in this event.
Yeah, look at Chris McRitchie go.
Notice the wide grip on the tread of the tire.
These guys are doing great.
Just a little bit more to go in this 30-meter course.
Not much time left.
10 seconds left.
Come on.
10 seconds.
Come on, cheer him up all
Come
over.
on, you can do it.
Incredible conditioning required for this event.
What effort put on by these guys. And there it is.
Wow, what an effort.
24.35 meters for Tim, and Chris finishes the course in 73.31 seconds.
Oh, not a second to spare there. Look at the technique here. Watch out, he gets pinned under the tire. Now, he's lucky he didn't chicken wing his leg because he could have torn his quad or dislocated his knee.
Okay, Chris, you've caught your breath there. Notice that you actually got pinned under the tire, pulled yourself out, and continued the event. I heard a rumor that that's not the first time something like this has happened to you.
No, earlier this spring, in practice, I was flipping a car. One of my leg gave out and trapped my knee underneath the car. My leg was completely folded. Luckily, Grant was there and he picked it off me. But I got away lucky with that one.
Well, it's nice to have friends that can pull cars off of you. Next competition, we have Brad Carty taking on Shane Murphy.
Now remember, the top finisher in this contest will go to Canada's Strongest Man competition. So only one will go. There can be only one.
All right. Well, these two guys want to be that one.
Now, Brad Carty finished second to Shane Murphy last year in the overall. Looks like this year, though, he's come back with a vengeance.
Well, these guys are going well. Brad seems to have a little lead here.
Brad's come in 20 pounds heavier this year. Shane's come in about 25, 30 pounds lighter this year.
Interesting. Two different strategies for these guys.
Well, Shane Murphy admitted that he didn't get the time to prepare the way he wanted to for this contest. He's been very busy lately.
Well, they're both working hard, these guys.
Let's hear from them. Come on.
Nice shot here. Right down the course.
Fans giving them inspiration to continue.
Look at Brad Carty. He's a machine. I mean, he's just ripping that tire off the ground, keeping the momentum going, flipping it over. Shane's got great technique here, too.
And he finishes in 50.7 seconds, second set. Great time.
Brad coming back to cheer on.
That's sportsmanship. Brad going back to cheer on Shane.
That's sportsmanship.
They still working. And he finishes the course also with a time of 69.03 seconds.
We could be seeing some foreshadowing here.
Brad, you established a very methodic rhythm in that event, and I also noticed that you were taking an interesting grip near the top of the tread.
Yeah, you just got as high as you could get it and go as fast as you can. It's a time event, so.
Tell us a little bit about your breathing technique there, too.
I was just trying to get as much oxygen as I could. And
Did you come into the event very confident that you were going to do this well?
I was confident, but there's a lot of strong guys here, so we'll see what happens.
Well, Brad knows it's far from over, but he wins the tire flip, and he gets a precious 12 points. He's followed by Wright, Murphy, McRitchie, Connors, and Smith.
And after two events, our leader is Brad Carty with 24 points. He's followed closely by Al Wright with 21. Connors, Murphy, McRitchie, and Smith round out the top six.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the North American Badlands Canadian Strength Athlete Series here on TSN.
I'd like to surprise some people. I think a lot of people maybe underestimate me. I'm not quite sure, but I'd like to come in today and improve myself on some events where I think I have some promise. But overall, just to have fun, and also I want to kick some ass too.
And let's see if he surprises us in event number 3, the rock lift.
The rock lift here, also known as the rock overhead anyhow. Each competitor has a chance to lift these heavy rocks, awkward objects overhead in any style they choose.
And our first competitor is Jason Mosher. He's going to try to lift 100 kilos.
Now, they get a limited number of attempts here. They can pass on rocks as well. The difficulty is that the rocks are all different and that there's very regular handholds on them. So this is only 220 pounds. On a barbell, that would be nothing for Jason, but in the form of a rock, it is very difficult to lift.
Tough to get a good grip, eh, Sam?
And he's got to control it overhead long enough for the referee, Mark Lozon, to give him the down signal.
He is struggling. He's got it up. He's so close. Oh,
White.
so close, but no lift there. And he's not pleased about that one. Next contestant, Peter Smith, also a 100-kilo rock.
Peter incredibly strong in the shoulders. He should have no problem with the strength aspect of this, but the balance is also an aspect of this event, and you have to combine the two. So he's stalking that rock like a pro wrestler would.
I guess he's trying to figure out where he wants to put his hands, Sam.
Let's hear it for Peter, folks.
This is it.
It's like he's going to press slam the rock. Easily put overhead, but he's got to hold it and control
Oh, he
it.
had it up there, but didn't have the control.
Did you see how easily he pressed that over his head?
He got that up there in a hurry, and he's got it up there again.
Not quite.
But
No control.
He's
not.
got to keep his feet
Must
in line,
demonstrate
got to lock it out
control
over his
of the
head.
rock.
Look
Wow.
at the glare. Watch here in the replay. He presses it up over his head. He could practically throw that rock, but his feet are moving, and his elbows didn't lock out long enough to get the down signal.
Some bad luck there for Peter as we go to the next contestant, Tim Pinio.
Now, shorter levers here in the form of his shorter arms are going to be an advantage for Tim here. He's a massive competitor weighing about 250, and he's going to press this up easily. Let's see if he can hold it.
He's got it up so far pretty easy. He's looking at the referee.
Almost. He's doing reps with it, but he's got to lock it out.
He's looking for approval. Seems, oh, he doesn't give it to him. Whoa, tough Mark Lozon does not give it to Tim Pinio. Next contestant, Shane Murphy.
Now, we've got experience here on Shane Murphy's side. It's the same weight, but Shane knows how to lift these stones and how to control them. Watch this. Let's see if he can
Let's
do
hear
it.
it for Shane.
Got it up to the chest. Fans giving him some approval here.
Position, nice push press.
Oh, he's got it.
And lock
Yes. Well done by Shane Murphy.
Successful lift for Shane.
Okay, right now, Shane, I believe you're in the lead here, having lifted the 220-pound stone. Can you tell us a little bit about the awkward nature of this event?
Every stone's different. It's the weight of the stone isn't the only factor. It's also the shape. That weight in a gym would be simple, but it's a lot different.
And next up is Chris McRitchie.
Now remember, many of these men can put 300, some even 400 pounds over their head in a barbell form. It's very,
Let's hear
very
it for
different
Chris,
here.
folks. Look at that. Just
He's got it up
tossing
pretty
up there.
quickly.
He just threw it up there.
This is the tough part, Sam.
He's got to hold it long enough, not quite locked out in the left arm.
No control.
He's very
Let's hear it for
explosive
him.
here.
He can still do it.
Look at that. Wow. That's called
Got it up again. Again, no control. He got it up there twice, Sam.
That's called a muscle
What a
snatch.
style. He almost muscles.
Incredible amount of power.
Great effort. And here's Brad Carty trying to lift a 100-kilo rock.
Let's hear it for
Brad Carty,
folks.
incredibly strong all over. Let's see what he can do with this rock.
Again, it's all control.
It's all about control, stabilization.
He's got it up.
Really alter the standings here if he gets this. Remember, he wants that title
Let's hear it
badly.
for
He's a
Brad, folks.
legitimate
Come on, help
contender
him
here.
out
This is a great effort.
Over.
What an effort.
Doesn't do it. Falls over his
Ladies and
back.
gentlemen,
And here's
Steve
Steve
Wiseman
Wiseman
from
trying
Newfoundland.
106 kilos.
Now, Steve Wiseman
Current Canadian
has
super
bench pressed in
heavyweight
excess of
champ.
550 pounds, squatted 770, and deadlifted 800. This guy is something of a phenomenon in powerlifting.
Let's hear it
He's
for
right
him.
there.
Let's hear it for him.
Very strong in the shoulders.
He's close. And he does it. Yes, he lifts 106
Steve
kilos.
Wiseman. Steve, come over here.
Steve, that was a magnificent lift there. It looked like you were trying to decide what stone to take. Can you tell us a little bit about your strategy here?
Well, I wanted to play it safe there. I got to move up in the standings. I figured I'd be safe to take the 232. It was the 250. I got to get up in the standings after being 8th in the Atlas Stones, which never done. So hopefully that stands up here. But if Grant can put it up, my hat goes off to him. Yeah.
Well, if Grant gets this up, you've got another attempt.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're going to go for that 252 then?
Yeah, I might take a lift at it. We'll see. So good luck to Grant.
And can Grant force Steve to try a higher weight? We have Grant Connors trying 115 kilos.
254 pounds.
Let's hear it for Grant, folks.
Once again, an awkward shaped rock.
252
Different handholds
pounds.
here.
He's got it up. He's ready.
Very strong in the upper body, Grant is.
There it is. It's up, and he does it.
That
Great lift.
is the way to press the rock. No push press even. That was a strict press. Watch the technique here. pulls it to his shoulders in the clean position.
Pounds.
Doesn't even rest it on his upper chest, just presses it out straight and strict.
Grant, that was an awesome effort there. Had a little trouble cleaning it to the shoulders, but was no problem pressing that out.
Yeah, I get a little forearm injury, so it's just a matter of getting it up there. I pride myself on my shoulder strength, so it's just a matter of going from there.
What plans do you have next? Are you going to wait for Steve's attempt?
I'll see what he can do here and go with that. I did it in 2, so hopefully he gets it. See what happens.
So Steve has to try at 115 kilos. Let's see what he can do, Sam.
Well, he's incredibly powerful. There's no question there. He's brand new to strongman. I'll tell you, when Steve applies himself to strongman, there'll be no stopping him as well. Incredible potential this guy has.
Oh, he's got a lot of effort showing here, and he's certainly determined to get this rock up, Sam.
He's got the raw strength. He's got the athleticism. He's a former bobsledder.
Yes. He's close. Fans cheering him on.
Just got to press this. A little dip in the knees will help him out immeasurably here.
Look at that. Can he show control? Can he show control?
Keep his feet stationary.
He didn't give it to him. Oh, Steve is not pleased at all. So Connors wins a great battle. He gets the all-important 12 points by lifting 115 kilos. He's followed by Wiseman, Murphy, Mosier, Carty, and Smith.
And after 3 events, Connors is in the lead with 31 points, but half a point behind is Carty. Defending champ Murphy's in 3rd with 28, followed by McRitchie, Wright, and Smith.
Throw away that remote as we come back with event number 4 right here on TSN.
I eat, I sleep, I train. Period. I believe in me.
Strongman Profile, a presentation of Extreme Performance Nutrition.
My name is Jason Mosier. I'm 260 pounds, 30 years old, and I'm from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. What inspired me to get into strength training is the caliber of athletes and the dedication it takes for them to achieve the superhuman strengths, the superhuman feats. When I compete, I kind of become an alter ego, if you say. I become who I want to be at that moment. I muster up all the energy I can, all the aggression I can, and just give her. For me, my dream in strongman competition is to be able to do this in 10 years' time. Not to have any serious injuries, be able to represent Canada, represent Prince Edward Island, and go as far as God's gift will give me.
Well, let's see how far Jason can go in event number 4, the harness truck pull.
We've got a 42,000-pound tractor trailer truck here pulled slightly uphill for distance on the Trans-Canada Highway, Steve.
No, it's quite a load he's got there.
Now, we've actually shut down the Trans-Canada Highway today for a little while to do this event. Let's hope there aren't too many angry motorists.
Well, there's always traffic on the Trans-Canada anyway, Sam.
Now, he's got to keep his hips down relatively low, take small steps, that's it, like he's doing there. Keep his center of gravity low, pull with the arms. It's a total body test of strength.
And Sam, it's important that he doesn't lose his momentum.
Exactly. The truck has an enormous amount of inertia. It likes to do what it's doing. That means if he can get it going, it'll like to keep on going, but he's got to put that effort in. If he lets it slow down, he's in trouble.
Well, he's still going, but it's slowing down a little bit now. Fans are certainly cheering him on.
We've got fans lining the highway here. The police have redirected the traffic.
The legs haven't stopped moving, but the truck's not moving too much.
Look at the effort there. Now it's stopped. It's going to take a tremendous amount of strength to get this going again, Steve.
Wow, that's got to be tough. But he's working.
Well, Jason is Mr. Intensity here in the Atlantic provinces, let me tell you.
He's no quitter.
It's moving. It's moving. Look at that.
Wow, to get it moving again, that's unbelievable.
Unbelievable strength here exhibited by Jason Mosier.
5 seconds.
He's come a long way in the last 3 years. He's gained 20 pounds of body weight. Maybe a little more.
I guess that's it. He pulls at 9.05 meters, Sam.
Wow, what an effort. Oh, he's fatigued.
And next up is Al Wright.
Okay. Our former professional hockey player, 45 years young. You know, it takes a certain amount of time for you to develop the muscle maturity and tendon strength to perform these events.
Sam, this is a lot of work for the legs, obviously.
Oh, definitely. Calves, legs, hips, hams, arms, lats.
Using everything.
You name it. Pretty well every muscle is a prime mover or stabilizer in this event.
I'd advise you kids to try this maybe with your family car at home before you take on the trucks.
I would advise you probably not to get in front of your family car.
I guess not. Certainly not when the engine's running anyways.
You can do it, Steve. Get one of your kids behind the wheel. That'll be funny.
Well, Al's put on a good show for the fans here.
Moving well. He's got to take little steps to keep it moving here.
It's slowing down. It's going to be hard for him to get it started again, Sam.
Al is tremendously strong and very well conditioned. Very underrated here as a strength athlete.
He's giving it everything he has.
You know that expression, age and treachery will overcome youth and skill any day. But
And that's it for Al.
He's got a lot of skill, too.
10.28 meters, Sam.
Great effort. You're like a fine wine there, Al. You're getting better with age.
Just trying to catch my breath here. I'm just trying to do my best.
Well, your best is turning out to be pretty spectacular, Al. I think everyone around here is really impressed.
Well, all the competitors I know appreciate the fan support. Means a lot. It keeps us going, helps us to do even more. So thanks to the fans that are here.
Well, Al's appreciative, all right. Next up, Grant Connors.
Near 300-pound Grant Connors, a newcomer to the sport. We're going to be seeing a lot more of him in the future, I guarantee it. Good double-legged takeoff here.
He's got it started.
Got to keep his hips low. Remember, keep the center of gravity low. Pull with the arms. Can't neglect that.
Seems to have some pretty good form, Sam.
Thanks, Steve.
There you go. The fans are cheering him on. He's one of the fan favorites here.
Grant Connors tremendously strong in the upper body. Seems to be moving well here. This is a harness pull, so it uses the lower body significantly. You really feel the burn here in your quads and your calves as well.
He's got that truck going at a pretty good clip here.
Just got to keep it going.
He's giving it that last bit of strength, everything he has.
This event is actually used for training in numerous sports. We all know that George Foreman would pull a Jeep as part of his boxing training.
Well, that works. He's still got some time left, about 10 seconds left to see what he can do.
Well, there's definitely a sticking point here around the 9-meter mark in the course. It could be because the course is slightly irregular. We do know that it is slightly uphill as well.
Well, let's see what he did. 10.23 meters, Sam.
Just a little less than Al Wright, but a little more than Jason Mosier.
Next up, Shane Murphy.
And Shane's pulled a lot of trucks in his day.
Are you ready?
Shane Murphy, the 4-time Atlantic Canada's strongest man and Atlantic Canada's powerlifting champion. He wants to keep that title.
Are you ready?
This is a very important event for him here, the penultimate event. He's got to score well here if there's any hope in him keeping his title, Steve.
Wow, he's low to the ground, and he's working those legs and those arms.
Now, that loss in body weight from last year is going to hurt him here because body weight does play a role. The more you can lean forward and use your body weight, the better you're going to be able to move that truck.
Well, he's doing well. He's got that truck moving.
We know one of the best truck pullers in Canada is Dominic Philly, who weighs in at 435 pounds.
Look at that. The fans are cheering. He's moving. He's still going.
You can really feel this in your grip, too. Your forearms get pumped. You start to lose your grip. That rope is very, very rough as well.
Mark Lozon looks on. Shane giving it everything he has.
Remember, 75-second time limit here. That's an awfully long time when you're under this kind of stress.
These guys are probably just waiting for that time to end so they could... Wow.
Small steps so that they don't have to bend their knees too much. The more they bend their knees, the more quad they have to use.
Trying to give it that last push. Every half meter counts.
Still moving. Every centimeter counts, in fact.
There it is.
Wow.
Look at the tension in his face.
Putting in a great effort here. Shane's a real fighter.
And there's the whistle. Let's see, 9.93 meters.
I think he's going to be disappointed here.
Came 2 inches shy of being the leader in this event. There's still Brad Carty to go. What are your feelings at this time?
I might be finished this year.
But what about all your fans behind you?
I haven't given up yet.
Well, there's no quit in these guys, as we have Brad Carty up next.
This is a hungry young lion, Brad Carty. We saw him deposit that 5th stone. I'm so excited about that 5th stone. Another Canadian has done it. You know, there's only a few guys in the world that have done that stone.
Wow. Brad Carty, very impressive, and he's got this truck going at a very good pace.
Well, this young man can only get better. 26 years old.
Seems to have great technique, and he's moving.
He's moving well. He's using a lot of arm here. Very methodical, very good timing with the arm pull and the step.
Fans are loud, and they're right behind Brad.
It's moving slowly, but it's moving surely.
Steady as she goes.
And he's well conditioned, as we saw in the tire flip. Remember, these guys have done numerous events today. This is the 4th event. They're tired.
Well, Brad's still got something left because he's pulling that truck, and it's going.
If the motorists only knew what was happening right now in the Trans-Canada, eh?
He's looking good.
Referee Mark Lauzon looking on, wants to know how far he's gone.
I think Brad's done enough. 15 meters, Sam.
15 meters even, that's all he needs. Watch the technique here. Once again, very methodical, hips low, taking nice steps, good pulling timing there with the stepping of the legs, and the man is very well conditioned as well.
Brad, that was once again a fantastic effort on your part. Now, you were coming into this event last. You were following an excellent puller there, Shane Murphy. What were you thinking when you were being strapped into the harness?
You just got to go right out from the start and give it all you got.
And Carty gave it all he had as he pulls 15 meters and gets the 12 points. He's followed by Wright, Connors, Murphy, Wiseman, and Mosher.
And after 4 events, Brad Carty moves into the lead by 1.5 points over Grant Connors. In 3rd position, Shane Murphy, defending champ, with 37. He's followed by Wright, McRitchie, and Wiseman.
And we'll be back with the event that will decide it all after this break right here.
Well, last year was my first Atlantics, and, you know, I came here with the attitude I had a good chance of winning it, but I came short, and hopefully I'll finish it off this year.
And we'll see how he finishes it off as we're ready for the final event of the competition, event number 5, the Farmer's Walk.
The competitors will be proceeding in pairs. They have to move as quickly as possible, carrying the 275-pound Farmer's Walk implements as quickly as possible over the course.
And we have Steve Wiseman battling Chris McRitchie in this one.
Suitcase style. Remember that, Steve. Suitcase style. The course is approximately 25 meters one way, 25 the other way.
These guys are 5th and 6th in the competition, both trying to move up.
It's like basically carrying a dishwasher in each hand.
Incredible weight. These guys are moving well considering. Unbelievable.
Now remember, they have to walk around that pylon. That's a very difficult turn to make and keep balanced. Steve Wiseman is incredibly strong here. This guy has a lot of potential for strength athletics.
He's moving fast, and he wins it.
Boom, he wins his heat easily.
A great time for Steve Wiseman.
Now, Chris McRitchie is still coming. Each of those implements weighs about 50 pounds more than he does.
28.11 for Wiseman.
Here comes McRitchie with his never say die attitude.
Time is important here.
Just got a little bit more to go. He's got to have both implements cross the line.
Wow, he is so close. Come on, he does it. 51.99 seconds.
Fantastic effort by McRitchie. Great performance there by Wiseman as well.
Next competition has Al Wright taking on Shane Murphy.
Now remember, Shane Murphy has to have an excellent finish here if there's any hope of him catching up to Brad Carty.
Yeah, he's in 3rd coming into this competition. This is a good battle. These guys are fighting hard.
Al Wright's making it really hard for Shane Murphy to make his comeback here.
2 good times. Al Wright is doing great, and Shane seems to be struggling a little bit.
This puts incredible stress throughout the whole body.
Al Wright finishes, and Shane right behind him. Wow, Shane Murphy, 27.24. Al edges him out with 25.8. Great run for both men. Next competition, we have Grant Connors, currently 2nd, facing Brad Carty, 1st overall.
Wow. Watch these guys go here. Grant Connors going to want to take that potential title from Brad Carty. This is a real race here. Look at these guys move.
Brad Carty doesn't want to give it up easily. He's moving hard.
It's really tight here.
Wow, what a close race.
Anything can happen. If one of them drops, it's going to be over.
Look at that. Look at Brad Carty run.
Incredible axial pressure here from this event. Wow, he finishes off.
What a great time for Brad Carty.
And Grant's still going. He's got to finish the event here. It's personal.
Oh, there you go. He does it. And Grant comes up 31.67, but Brad takes him in 27.02.
Oh, we've seen history made here at the Atlantic.
Well, I do. Brad was a big guy to beat. I knew he had a good farmer's walk, but it come down to the end, and he really turned her on, so
I just wanted to go as fast as I could. The grit felt good, so it's a 150-foot course. It felt good all the way through.
And these guys are great competitors as Brad Carty takes the farmer's walk and gets the 12 points. He's followed by Wright, Murphy, Wiseman, Connors, and McRitchie.
And who will be crowned Atlantic Canada's strongest man?
We'll find out after this break here on TSN. And what a great crowd, an appreciative crowd we have here today in beautiful Summerside, PEI.
In our final standings, Brad Carty becomes the new Atlantic Canada's strongest man and qualifies for the Canadian Championships. Connors, Murphy, Wright, McRitchie, and Wiseman round out the top 6.
And Tinio takes 7th place. He's followed by Mosher, Arsenault, Smith, Murray, and Fulham. And let's hear what the new Atlantic champion has to say.
Yeah, when I started probably 4 years ago, you know, I did a competition. It went all right, and then I just kept working on it each year and got better and better.
How does it feel to have the hopes of Atlantic Canada resting on your shoulders?
It feels well. I just hope I can go and represent it well up at the Canadians.
For Sam Dubé, I'm Steve Besner. We hope you enjoyed the North American Van Lines Canadian Strength Athlete Series. Join us again next time right here on TSN.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marshall Lennis. I'm the host of the All Strength Challenge, and we're in Calgary, Alberta today at the Western Canadian Strongman Championships. Now, there's a lot on the table today. The top 4 guys from this competition get to compete at the Canadians in Quebec in July. The top guys today also get to buy to compete in the All Strength Challenge Championship in Toronto, August 26th, where you can walk away with $10,000 cash or right away on a 2000 Harley Davidson. Our first competitor today, height 6'3", 300 pounds, 35 years old, right from here, Calgary, Alberta, Grant McReynolds. Come on out, G-Man. Randy Davis, 6'3", 310 pounds, 30 years old, also from Calgary, Alberta. Jeff Dolan, 6'2", 280 pounds, 26 years old, from the city of Lethbridge. Jeff Dolan. Bob Owens, 6 foot, 255 pounds, 38 years old, all the way out from northern Vancouver. Troy Ellis, 6 feet, 255 pounds, 24 years old, from Nanaimo, BC. Our next competitor, 6'4", 282 pounds, 36 years old, Scott Hickling. Big Scott, come on out, buddy. Will Stevens, 6'2", 270 pounds, 30 years old, from Edmonton, Alberta. Beard Beekman, height 6 feet, 275 pounds, 30 years old, Corey Gillespie.